Looking for custom apparel that stands out? Welcome to the Stitching Heifers, Bushnell's premier embroidery and custom apparel shop. From custom hats, t-shirts and jackets to unique gifts and business branding, we specialize in high quality, personalized apparel that reflects your style and vision. Step into our exclusive hat bar and design your one-of-a-kind custom hat, perfect for personal flair or promoting your brand. At the Stitching Heifers, we're committed to bringing your ideas to life with exceptional service and attention to detail. Whether it's for you, your business, or a thoughtful gift, we're your trusted partner for all things custom in the heart of Sumter County. Stop by today or visit us online to get started. The Stitching Heifers, custom style, local heart. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble. And today I have a special guest. She is a social media influencer and on Instagram, and I'm sure several other platforms. My guest today is Miss Taylor Rogers. Taylor, welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm only 33. How did I get here?
Secret language.
Yes. Yeah. How did I get here? Because I try to think of words like back in the day that my parents didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't think we had that many.
And if we did, they were
easy to figure out.
Yeah, but they were like good words. Like,
yes.
Like like majority of my childhood was in the 90s. So yeah. I was early 80s, but 90s.
You can remember those.
Yeah, and you had like psych and
yes.
Stuff like that. You would say, but it was like it didn't even mean anything. It was like, okay, psych. Like,
yeah.
You're like, you want something? Psych.
Yes.
But
we did speak gibberish though. Did you have that? That was fun.
Did you have a Furby?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had to lock it. I had to lock it in the laundry room because just so you know, they have nothing to do with each other. Your brain works a lot like mine. Like, hey, gibberish, a Furby? You had a pet Furby? Okay, but anyway, yeah, we can talk about Furbies.
That's exactly where I went with when you said I speak gibberish.
What were the keychains that you had to feed them?
That was a Gigapet.
Gigapets.
Yeah,
I had those.
My brother had one of those.
Yeah, and if you didn't feed it, it would wake you up. Like, I would keep it in the laundry room.
My brother's died.
Oh, I killed mine all the time. My Furby stayed dead.
I was like, wait, they can't kill Bugs Bunny, but a Gigapet can die.
Oh my gosh, I remember those. I fed them. Nothing I did kept them alive. I was very bad.
Did you have like a Beanie Baby too?
Yeah, my sister was more into the Beanie Baby. She was more of a collector.
Gotcha.
I had a toy for about 2 weeks. It was trashed and then ruined it. I played with it till it was done.
Wow.
But my sister was more of a collector. She still takes care of things better than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
she's got that flair.
The OCD. Flair.
I didn't want to say that.
That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah, that flair.
Yeah.
She's like...
I didn't ask her if I could talk about her today. She won't care. It makes her feel super special.
You know what's funny is I work with a guy, and he's very... Everything's...
OCD.
Well, I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
I got you. Call him out.
No.
I mean, I'm not diagnosing anyone. It's just obvious.
I give him a hard time, but
yeah.
I'll walk her to his desk.
Type A is a better.
Type A?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah.
So he's very type A.
Yeah, very type A.
So he'll have like stuff on his desk, and I'll just rake my arm across it, and he just stops. He's looking at me like, listen.
It builds up a fire within them. Like when I moved things around in her junk drawer.
Yeah. But he looks at me like, I will set you ablaze right now. Like,
yeah, that's what they want to do.
I was like, all right. Well, I know not to do that, but I keep doing it.
That's what they want to do.
Just to get a rise, like.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can't believe I haven't done it more than that already. I have a very bad habit of interrupting.
No, you're good.
But when Furbies come to your head, you've got to
say. Let's talk about the Furby real quick.
Okay, yeah, tell me about it.
You had one? You said, right?
Yeah, they had the little feet, right? And they were little owls.
It looked like a Mogwai or whatever it was from Gremlins.
I remember an owl.
That's exactly what. Well, it looked like an owl and
if it had a baby.
What was the Gremlin's name?
On what?
Gizmo.
I didn't see it.
Gizmo. You haven't seen Gremlins?
No.
Oh my.
Oh, that's the name of the movie, Gremlins.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to make me a list. I'll go home and watch everything. Okay.
3 or 4 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
It basically was like a Furby.
Okay.
And the guy would bring it home. The dad was like an inventor, and he brought it home, and he's like, it was some guy gave it to him, or he bought it from him, and he's like, yeah, it's from China or somewhere like Asia, somewhere, parts unknown, and he's like, Now, there's 2 rules. There's 3 things. You can't feed it after midnight. You can't get it wet. And it's very sensitive to light. And
this is a real animal in the movie.
It's like a puppet.
Okay.
And his name is Gizmo.
But it's alive?
It's cute. Yeah, I mean, in the movie, it's alive.
Right. I know there's not real alive puppets in real life, but...
What? What are you talking about?
I know. No. I'm sorry to burst that bubble for you.
No. Okay, so and Gizmo's, he's really, really cute. He's really cute.
I don't think I want to watch this.
You've never seen Gizmo?
No.
Okay, so...
Google
it right now while I talk.
Gizmo.
So anyways, Gizmo, and he's like, it's like gibberish. He's like, and the son, his name is Billy. And
looks just like a Furby with bigger ears.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? So
he's precious.
Now Google Gremlins.
Well, I put Gizmo Gremlin. Is that not the Gremlin? Or is that not the Gizmo?
No, the Gizmo is the one, the cute one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then let me go. Okay.
Yeah. Gremlin. And then the Gremlin is the not so cute one. But that's what happens when you feed them after midnight.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so the Gizmos turn into Gremlins.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. But he's called a Magua.
Do you know you can buy a Gizmo at Walmart for $24.88? Just in case you were a kid robot gremlin.
On the podcast. Taylor.
It dances and sings, but I wouldn't feed it after midnight.
And he can drive a car, and he drives a car in the movie too. It's pretty cool. It's the 80s. It was a magical time.
You can also get a gremlin. Me and Bennett are going to watch this tonight, and that's going to be his new toy obsession.
No. You can't watch it with kids.
No, is it bad?
It's scary.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't love scary movies.
Listen. Look at me. He might be okay. But in the 80s, it scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, it hasn't evolved yet.
Literally, when the gremlins come, they attack the mom in the kitchen, and she's like cutting one with a knife.
Oh.
She throws one in the microwave, and it explodes. Like she's like turning on the microwave, beep 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 beep. And it's like, and now it's very comical.
It's like putting metal in.
But it's exactly. Yeah. It doesn't spark. He just goes, just all over the.
But back then, it was like
as
advanced as
Oh, you're like, oh my God, I don't even know. So, funny segue into this. At our shop at the facilities department, we have this chairlift because it used to be the school back in the day before the school board moved out of town in a bigger facility. They used this building as their school board office, right? So they had to have handicap accessibility. So they had an old chairlift. You know what a chairlift is, right? Okay.
Like the ones by the pool at Disney.
Yes. But this is on a stairwell.
Oh, yes. It kind of rides up the stairs. Yes.
And there's a lady that's in the movie in Gremlins, and she hears something, and the Gremlins are like the mean ones, right? So they're out, and it's Christmas time. It's cold, and they're literally out there Christmas caroling at their front door.
The Gremlins.
The Gremlins, and they're like. She opens the door and they're like, gah, 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 because they don't make sense. They're just gibberish.
Okay.
So they're all like, gah, 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 and they're singing Christmas carols as the Gremlins. And she's like, so this woman is like, very like, I don't want to say religious, but she's like, she goes, oh my God, it's happening.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not ready. So she's like walking around, and she makes it over to the chairlift where she's got a spiral staircase that goes up. And there's
slow.
There's a gremlin sitting there hot wiring it.
Oh my
and he's
gosh!
Like, and the chairlift like doubles in speed and goes woo,
with the granny in it,
with the lady in it.
Oh bless! She was going straight to heaven.
She was exactly. She went to glory. She went all the way up and crashed out the window and landed out in the front yard.
Oh, that's really
legs up.
Oh my! And she's gone.
Hilarious.
That was the end of her.
But as a kid, you're like, they just killed that woman.
What was so funny about grandmas dying when we were young? I mean, not our grandmas. There was nothing funny. No. But grannies always got hurt in movies.
Well, because we had songs like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Hilarious. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
We thought that was exceptionally socially acceptable.
But that's what tied gibberish to Furbies for you.
I don't know how we got here.
Yeah, no, it did. Because,
we took the exit back.
But it wasn't gibberish. I misused it. It was Pig Latin.
Oh, Taylor, we just spent 20 minutes.
All because I misused.
All because you said gibberish.
Yeah, what is gibberish? Why did I say that? Gibberish. It's just like...
Gibberish is when you're like... Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
That's what the Gremlins
do. That's why you thought of the Furbies, because the Gremlins reminded you...
Right.
Pig Latin.
No, I never knew that.
No, where you would like... I don't even know how to explain it anymore, but no would be nutigo.
Yeah.
And then like it was every vowel. So like Tadagay Lutiger would be my name. Tata gay, little girl. We could speak like that so fast, and our parents had no idea what we were saying. That was I don't know how my brain still knows like how to do that, but
we went way out of the way for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, what was the topic for today? Did we ever? We
call that, what do they call that? Willy-nilly. It's willy-nilly. Like all over the place.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You know, I wasn't even nervous coming into it. This morning I thought to myself, maybe I should shoot him a text. Maybe he's got some interview questions. I was like, no, we're just going to chat.
No, and this is what it's all about. This is genuine conversation. We were talking about, minus the part that you haven't seen these movies.
Yeah,
which gives me
I know, it gives you an excuse to explain them.
Exactly.
Let me think of a movie I've seen that would blow your mind.
Well, you said something about The Notebook earlier.
Oh yeah,
that's something I haven't seen. No. I have seen bits and pieces of it. I can't tell you.
I love it.
I can't quote.
Pearl Harbor, another favorite of mine. Love Pearl Harbor.
That's my favorite scene. My favorite scene in the movie is when John Voight stands up as FDR and he says, he's like, "Don't tell me it can't be done," and that's like gives me chills.
Goosebumps.
God, yeah, Pearl Harbor Day. Every time I play that same clip. I love that clip. It's so good.
Anything that's any good love story, I'm down for. Cheesy, not cheesy, suspense, and this is going to throw you for a loop. Really, anything about space or the ocean.
You like space?
I love space movies. Like, what's that one? Again, something I'm not good at is actors and actresses' names. She's really famous. She has big lips and brunette. Anyway, she did a space movie. I didn't breathe the entire movie because she was low on oxygen, and I can't tell you what it's called either. So we'll just skip.
Wait. You didn't breathe because she was on low?
Yeah, no, I didn't breathe the whole time. I was away. I was single at the time.
I don't want to take her air from her.
Yeah, I had not met Matt, who reminds me to breathe. That's why I married him. He just reminds me, hey, you got to breathe.
Aldi Luke Combs.
Yeah, yes, the Luke Brush. My husband Luke. My husband Luke Brush. I had not met him. No, that's a lie. I had met him. I knew who Matt was, but we weren't dating or married. And I went to a boat show with some friends. None of this matters, okay? But I was at a boat show with my friends, and I was staying in a room by myself. And I rented a movie on their tab, by the way. I should thank them for that. This was like 15, 20 years ago.
I owe them now.
Yeah, I owe them. Like probably $1.99.
7 years. The statute of limitations is out for that.
So you think so? Yeah, like they probably have a different bank account by now. Yeah, probably.
I really think that I'm the reason why Blockbuster left because I still have one of their tapes.
You are. Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, I watched this space movie with,
Sandra Bullock?
That's it.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Don't remember the name of it.
Her daughter died at daycare.
Is it the one with George Clooney?
Yeah, don't know. But she got stuck in space. She ended up living, so spoiler alert. But she got like stuck out there in space, and her oxygen was low. She didn't breathe most of the movie, so I didn't. I laid in there in bed and was like blue.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it was a good movie. So anyway, yeah, anything to do with the ocean or space, and I think it's because like both of them are so vast. There's so much about space and so much about the ocean that we haven't even discovered.
They're so different. I mean, they're so different, but they're so the same.
There's so much unknown. It fascinates me. So any kind of documentary or movie about that, I'm in. Like that one movie where they go shark diving, but their cage falls to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, is that open or? I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah. It was like a cheesy Netflix film or something, I think. That was really good. No, it was called something meters down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
So many meters down.
I was thinking of open water. That's when they're out in the water and they're
I need to see that one.
Oh God, it's scary because it's I believe a ship wrecked and they have to bail over to the side or something. There's ship sinking.
I was a big Jaws fan, so
that's why I wouldn't swim in my grandmother's pool.
Same. I won't swim for a few weeks after I watch movies like that, but I do enjoy them. Not into horror, not into like too much like grunginess.
Yeah.
But I like suspense. That doesn't bother me. A little bit of blood is okay.
It's funny that you say Jaws because I was just watching a video. Remember the Jaws ride?
Oh, yeah.
At Universal, right?
Oh, yeah. Scared the mess out of me every time.
So the first time that you see the shark is in the boathouse, right?
Yep.
They actually had a guy, I don't know if it wasn't in the boathouse, it was in the next stage where it kind of comes out with the voltage, the big high voltage, and there's two sharks.
Smoke.
Yeah, there's two sharks. Like he gets electrocuted, like in the movie.
Yes.
A guy fell out of the boat
on the ride. You're talking about, yeah,
fell out of the boat, and that was like more dangerous than if he would actually fell out with a shark.
What? Did he live?
Yeah. He was fine.
Tell me all the scary stories that happened at Disney rides. Do you know a ton? Are you out of your contract?
No, I mean, yeah, but here, look, things happen, and there were a couple of times where people did. I mean, like, okay, so I'm not saying that anything happened, but next time you go on Space Mountain, don't put your hand up. Don't put your arms up.
Got it. Okay? Noted.
Because if you were to ride it with the lights on, which I have, and sometimes they do if something happens and they got to evacuate people, but you're like on like one of those like back in the day, the little erector set, like the little, it's like a think of like a wooden roller coaster.
Okay.
How they have all the planks and stuff, but it's all metal. It's all
okay.
It's very close. So you stick your hands up too far, you might not have hands. That's all I'm saying.
Did someone lose their head? Or was that a story back? I swear my mom told me someone stood up and lost their head.
I don't know if that's true. That's
on Space Mountain.
Yeah, that I can't confirm nor deny that because I don't know if it really happened.
But it's probably a possibility from what you're saying.
It's a possibility. Yeah. Definitely a possibility. They've had instances on several times.
Mountain.
Splash Mountain was one of them.
But like people do stupid things, like they crawl out of the boat.
Absolutely. And it's all like you really can't point fingers at either. You know what I mean? Either way, it's just what we call a freak accident.
I think it happens on like it's a small world a lot too. People climb out and like stand on the scenes and stuff, but those people are a little bit wackadoo.
Well, okay, so funny story about that, and this is nobody got hurt, but my friend that worked with me in our department, she used to be in Fantasyland operations.
Okay.
And she went to she was like, the ride had broke down, and so there's big boats. Well, to get the boats to different parts where the people can evacuate, they have these huge boat hooks.
Okay.
So you hook the boat and you walk the boat over to the little dock area. She's walking the boat, hooked to the boat. She's walking backwards, and she runs out of platform and falls into the water.
Oh no!
Now the water's not deep. We all know that.
Right.
Okay? Right. It's not deep at all. You can stand up and it's probably
you're on a track,
maybe to your kneecaps.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't even know. I've never been in it.
Right.
But I know it's not deep. If I can see the pennies at the bottom of the pool,
it ain't that deep.
It's not deep.
It ain't that deep, bro.
So she gets up, she stands, she's like, because she fell backwards. So, and thank God she didn't get impaled or something like that, right? I mean, because it could have very well happened.
Yeah.
So she gets up, she's like totally embarrassed. She's like, oh my gosh, she's soaked. And so she's like, we ain't got another costume, finish your day, no problems. She said, am I going to need a tetanus shot? And they're like, oh, no, you'll be all right. Next day, she was off. So this for which I think I remember her telling me this. She was off the next day, and her supervisor called, and you could hear him kind of chuckling in the background. They're like, hey, Sarah, we need you to come in and
get a tetanus shot?
Tetanus shot. So she's like, all right. So she had to go to first. I mean,
Disney germs, yeah.
Better safe than sorry. I have seen people drink that water. Drink it.
I am not a germaphobe at all, and I leave Disney feeling a little bit dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot of germs in one place.
They do a very good, I will say this, they've always done a very good job of trying to clean it as much as they can.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to clean. One of Walt Disney's things is he didn't want you seeing that.
Right.
So he just wanted to make it sound like it magically appeared.
Yeah.
So that's why we had a utilidor, which is like a tunnel underneath Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, there's a whole world under there, right? Yeah.
It's actually, if you were to look at it on like a schematic level, the utilidor, which is AKA the tunnel that we called it, is actually the first level.
Okay.
It's actually...
So we're kind of above ground.
It's ground level. You were actually above. You're like 20 feet above.
He was a very smart man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So they built the utilidor system. Bay Lake, the lake out front that you either take the monorail around or the ferry boat, all that dirt is on top. That's Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
So that's a man-made lake. Bay Lake was not.
Right. I think I have heard that.
Bay Lake is Bay Lake, but that's extended Bay Lake. It's like it was man-made.
That's so cool.
So they just added more to Bay Lake.
He put a lot of thought behind all of that. The way you look at things, and I would love to visit Disneyland. Have you ever done that?
I've never been there. Could
love to
have gotten
that.
free every time, but I never made a trip out there because we got our cast members. But not weird, but ironic story. The last project that Walt Disney was in charge of or was overseeing was the Pirates of the Caribbean, and he never got to ride
one of my favorite rides.
But they say that he got to put him in a rolly chair, and they rolled him through what would make him feel like he was in the boat.
Oh, cool! The boats just probably weren't done or something
they
yet.
Weren't. Well, it wasn't finished yet.
Yeah,
and he died right before it opened at Disneyland.
Why does he look so real in that? Johnny Depp, not Johnny Depp, but whoever Johnny Depp played, he looks so real in that ride.
Oh, the animatronics?
Yes.
The animatronics.
They look. I love that ride.
But have you ever seen the animatronics? Like they showed a video of the Ellen DeGeneres one.
No.
That was in the Universe of Energy. Mm-mm. It's scary.
Is it creepy?
It's creepy. I have to show you a picture of it.
Yeah, no,
then you spoke of Spaceship Earth earlier. The golf ball.
Yeah.
When you go up there, they do it's like the Industrial Revolution, whatever it is. It's like
yes.
And you got the steam engines and everything. Everything's there's a little newsy little boy. Extra, read all about it.
Yeah.
That animatronic
really
is creepy.
Yes, it really is.
Because you don't see that kid's face.
So what do you call? It's one of the newer rides. It's my favorite ride. You're in a hang glider.
Oh, Soarin'.
What is that? Is that just like that's like 4D? I guess you would call it because you're smelling, you're feeling.
Well, it's a version of 3D because you know what funny is. I
love that ride.
I do too, and
so cool.
The story behind 3D, like Walt Disney was so innovative that back in the 20s, he kind of. I'm not going to say coined the phrase. He came up with the idea of 3D, obviously. But he had a sense of that, and it was laughed at because he was like
that was very advanced at that time,
right? Yeah. Exactly. People were like people don't understand that Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was the first full length animation movie.
Okay,
there was nothing like that before. The reason being is they thought
I did see that people
thought they would have seizures from the flickering.
Oh, and so
but it's colorized. It's not,
that's kind of cool.
So he was able to do that to be the first full length animation. That was 19. Oh gosh, I'm really bad with numbers.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. So don't.
But it was in the 20s, 30s, whatever.
Yeah,
I think it was in the 30s.
Yeah.
But he also, from what I've been told, he also came up with the idea of he had the first thought process of 3D.
I believe it.
You'd be watching a movie and they splash something and the ushers would have little squirt guns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they would fragrances
it
smells like you're in an orange blossom field, and they would spray out little sprays.
And you do go through that on Soar, and you go through something with oranges, and you smell the citrus. And you get the elephants, or something happens, and there's water, and you're like, oh, I just got wet? I can smell, ever since you brought up the Jaws ride, I can smell that ride, and it wasn't necessarily intentional.
Yeah.
How does the water smell a certain way? I can still smell it. I can, Disney World has a smell.
That water does have a certain smell, and I think it's because it's got because so think about this. The Jungle Cruise, one of my favorite rides, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at that water?
I mean, not very intentionally.
Well, it's dark.
Okay,
and there's a reason for that. Think about the mechanics. You're not really
driving.
Right. The boat.
Yeah.
So you have to
all the oil and the.
Well, you have to make it. You don't want to see that.
Right. Yeah. So they keep it dark.
It's not like
to
Small
hide
World where you can see the water.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
So you need to colorize, darken the water so you can't see it. Just like Jaws. I mean, that was on a track as well. I mean, obviously that guy's not.
Yeah.
The guy's not driving a boat shooting a grenade launcher.
I mean,
very
impressive. Yeah, I know, right? I would I almost went to Disney to be like a hairstylist.
Oh, yeah, cosmetology.
I wanted to be the little fairy godmothers that did the little girl's hair.
Oh, like Bibbidi Boppidi Boutique. Yeah.
Well, you don't even have to be a hairstylist to do that. But let me tell you, I took my daughter when she was 3. Mm-hmm. It was either 3 is when you age out of it, or you have to be 3 to do it. I don't remember. But I took her for her 3rd birthday. They put your kid's hair up into this bun with a lot of glitter and a lot of gel, and they put a little crown on it. And depending on what package you get the dress and the shoes, and they make it a whole Disney ordeal.
Yep.
That child swam for a week at the Disney campground pool, and it did not move. She did not lose, it did not get frizzy. She did not lose a speck of glitter. Yeah. The crown didn't budge. I thought it was going to just crack off in one piece and she was going to be bald, if I'm being honest. Like, I was impressed. I was like, you know what? You might not have to be a cosmetologist, but you have to have some really good skill to do this.
The key is that you throw in a little bit of Quikrete.
I mean, that's got to be what it was. It was like, I'm like, where's your hot glue gun that I'm not seeing? It did not budge. And the only reason I even let her swim in it, because you saw other little girls with their buns, and I'm like, okay, get in the pool, I guess. Yeah. It didn't budge.
When it comes to building in Sumter County, experience matters. From remodels, barns, additions, and accessory buildings to creating the custom home of your dreams, R. Hogan Construction delivers quality you can trust. Russell is hands-on and on-site daily, going above and beyond to ensure the project isn't just completed, but crafted to perfection. He doesn't just meet expectations, he exceeds them. For a builder who puts integrity and craftsmanship first, call R. Hogan Construction today at 352-793-7660. Russell Hogan Construction. Built on tradition, built to last. Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, serving the Lake Pennsauken and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 33 years, we have strived to serve great food at great prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our burgers or wings are the best around. We have daily specials too. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information. Duto Realty is a homegrown business with an eye for getting the job done right. From football games to Sunday school and everything in between, these ladies care about our community and the people in it, helping buyers and sellers in all of Florida with all types of transactions, including residential, commercial, farm, or vacant land. They do it all. They even offer auction services and sellouts to always get the job done right. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck. Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors, and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing gear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kingston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with it. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Pennsauken's newest tap room, offering 14 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beers, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and puff. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to come hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app. We have, I say we because I'm part of it, or was. I feel like I'm always part of it.
Yeah, you're a we. Yeah, you're a part of the family.
I've vested my time.
Yes.
We have so many talented people that have worked there. Yeah. It's amazing. Taylor, I'm telling you, when I say this and post all the time on my regular Facebook, I miss those talented people. You were talking about a collective group of people who are so good at what they do that it's not even funny. Like, you can go to Disney still to this day, and you go back 20 years ago, it's the same thing, and nothing's changed as far as this part. You go in there, and the people are so good at what they do. You go to other places, and it's like
stale,
third party.
Yeah, it's stale.
Oh, semi-pro.
There's just something about, they love it. They love the magic, and there is so much. I was scrolling TikTok the other day, and I got on, now my whole For You page is this, and I love it. But the guys that walk around and sweep, they have the water buckets with their brooms, and they do art on the road.
Yep.
So talented. Drew the best Pluto I've ever seen. No one could even do it with a pencil.
Yeah.
And then also there's this Disney guy trending on TikTok right now. He's in a parade, but he's in one of the Christmas parades. What's its name?
Telly.
Yep. Yes, and he walks up and he does his little skit.
Yep.
But apparently there was some rumor that he had to stop doing that because someone outed his real name. Is that not true? It's just a rumor.
Yeah. Okay. No, it's not true.
Well, that's good. I'm glad he didn't, because he's wonderful at what he does.
People, and that's the thing,
so wonderful.
It's wonderful. It's refreshing to see people get credit where it's due.
Yes, passion for their job.
But not to take anything away from that guy, because I don't know him.
Yeah, just on my TikTok feed.
He came. Obviously he was there after me, but people that are there, that were there before him, and now they're too, not just him, but they do the same thing every day.
Yeah, it's not just him. He just happened to go viral.
And like I said, nothing against him. He just right place at the right time. And somebody posted the video.
That's what social media is. Yeah, absolutely.
But there are people that I worked with. I'm literally looking at them like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's just a love for, and I hear that they treat you guys great. I do love Disney. It's gotten a little expensive.
It is.
But you know what hasn't?
Absolutely.
What hasn't?
But I will tell you this. I learned I have Disney to thank for all this. Mm-hmm. No, they are not a sponsor.
Can we get a cast member on?
I've had some.
You have?
Yes.
Okay, I want to go back and listen to those.
Yes, I've got Bruce Wolf, Celia Wayne, Mark Daniel.
So cool.
Justin Puig. My friend Kristen Cartel.
Okay.
I'll send you all the
I'll go back and look
the stories with Tracy Wright. She's on the last one I just had on. Such good memories.
Love that.
We talk about now. Don't get me wrong. It has changed,
of course, like
anything else.
Yes.
And it's not like it was when I.
And a lot of the magic gets lost because of the world and the protection they have to put into place. You can't have as much magic when you're having to have so many protocols, you know?
Absolutely.
So that's part of it.
And I get that. I mean, when I first started, I was the entertainment. I was with the characters. I wasn't a character. I was their, I called myself bodyguard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's exactly you see them standing
next. What I told the lady when I got hired. She goes, what do you think a character, back then we were called greeters.
Okay.
Now they're called attendants. So she said, what do you think a character greeter does? And I said, well, I pretty much think it's like a bodyguard.
Yeah, protects the character.
She's like, oh, no, you couldn't be further from the truth. And I'm like, lady, you were off. Because if I could have went back and told her, listen, lady, you were 100% wrong.
You need to stop interviewing people.
I've had to, protect, literally protect people. And a lot of it is people not. It's a culture thing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
There are certain cultures that they get a little too close.
Yeah.
And they don't mean anything by it.
Right.
But then there were people that did mean by it. So that's what I'm saying. You couldn't say, well, it was this when it could be both sides.
You know, I think people go into Disney with a different mentality too. So if you're pass holders, the pressure of your day at Disney is a lot less than someone who planned their entire year to be here for a week.
Yes.
They've got everything scheduled down to a T. I
Yep.
have to go see Snow White at this time, at this place, and we've got 10 minutes to do it. So they come and like fight or flight, you know?
And God forbid it rains or something.
Right.
And that it throws a wrench in that fan.
But they are willing to do, you know, all bets are off.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to see Snow White. But then, and that's what I loved about being a pass holder, especially with young kids. You can go, if they start pitching a fit 2 hours in, leave.
Yep.
You're out nothing except your gas.
You know what's funny is I don't think I've ever told this story on the podcast. My parents are going to be like, oh my gosh.
Really, Billy?
And my dad especially, because my dad told me this story. He's like, yeah, when you guys were kids, it was just me and my sister at the time. My brother came 8 years later, so he was later. Yeah, we took you guys to Disney, and back then it was, you know, everybody says Disney, and they mean Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So back then it was just Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And so they're like, yeah, we took you guys to Magic Kingdom, and you guys were acting up so bad that we almost left you at the kennel. You know the kennel at TTC.
Would they say no?
I know, right?
Would they turn us away?
I was like, now I understand.
Yeah,
like, but growing up, I'm like, Dad, come on.
But think of it as a kid. Like, there's so much going on around you. Taking all of that in, it's got to be overwhelming.
Well, you know, another thing growing up this close to the theme parks is I didn't grow up in Alaska or Maine or Iowa, somewhere so far away that you're going to be like, you know, when you walk out of those gates, you're like, oh my gosh, it's over.
So sad. Yeah, no, like, you're coming back next weekend.
Peace out. We live 40 minutes away.
Absolutely.
We're good. And I've seen it. I've seen it when I was working there. Just kids. I call it at the end of the night when people would walk at Magic Kingdom out of the park through Main Street. I called it the Trail of Tears. Because it was like, everybody's like, I wanted one more Mickey.
Yes, one more Mickey ice cream. You want to know what's funny is when we were growing up, the first few years that we did Disney, we would go to Disney, and I put air quotes around this. We'd go to Disney all the time with my childhood best friend, Coy, and his parents. Mm-hmm. And they never took us inside the park. We went to Downtown Disney.
Oh, yeah.
We'd go eat a hot dog, do a little shopping. Yeah. What is it now? Disney Springs?
Disney Springs.
So much cooler, but we thought it was great. So we were broke. They couldn't afford to take us to Disney. So we'd ride the monorail.
Absolutely.
We'd resort hop. We'd see, if it was Christmas, we'd see the gingerbread at the Grand Floridian. We'd ride the monorail. We'd go to Downtown Disney. We'd get a hot dog or something and go home. And then I don't know what happened. My parents learned how to save money, or we came into a little money. I'm not sure. But all of a sudden we got passes and they took us to Magic Kingdom and we were like, what is this? Where are we? Like, we discovered what rides were.
Yeah.
And then we were hooked. And we were big Disney campground fans. So we spent a lot of time at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah.
That's usually where we stayed. But, oh man, those were the best times.
Did you ever get to go to River Country?
No, but the leftovers of it. So my husband has a lot of memories there. Mm-hmm. I may have, and my parent, like, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But my husband has a lot of memories there. And when you pass it, it's eerie.
Yeah, it is.
It's super creepy. It's like Wild Waters.
Yes.
Like, just eerie.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you brought up Wild Waters. Yeah. Was that a go-to when you were kids?
It was very, not for a long period, because I'm so, I'm 33.
You're so young.
I'm so young. I'm just such a baby.
That's just a baby.
So I remember it, but it wasn't something I did all through my teens. It was like short-lived for me. But seeing it now, the pictures, ugh.
Let me tell you, we went. I have some funny memories of that place, but back in the 90s, growing up, Silver Springs and Wild Waters were the thing to do. I mean, we would go to Disney, but we went there more than we did Disney at the time, because we were, it was a little bit. It's about the same distance driving, but it was more laid back, and there was, you didn't have to worry about the kids running away. But Wild Waters was
pretty cool from what I remember.
Literally, the name said it all. Wild Waters. When you heard the Wipeout, you're like, oh my,
we're here.
You're like, oh my god,
this is it.
You just lost
like
your
slide burn from all the slides, and it was a good time.
I actually saw somebody dive off the side of the wave pool while the waves are going.
Did he make it?
Yeah, I mean, he was fine, I guess.
Not paralyzed or anything.
No, it was in the deep end.
Oh,
but he dove off like almost to the wall.
High cliff, yeah.
Yeah, like it was like a high cliff.
I mean, that's what I imagine. big old cliff. I'm telling you, my memory of it is little, but I do remember it.
Do you remember the tornado?
Yes.
Okay, so funny story about the tornado. Okay, so my buddy and I, we were going on, it was a youth trip, right?
Okay.
We're chaperoning. We got
That's where we took our youth group back in the day.
Everybody did.
Yes.
So we're waiting in line for the tornado. So the tornado had 3 slides. There was the one on the left ended up on the right. So they crisscrossed.
Yes.
And the one on the right ended up on the left. And the one in the middle went straight down.
Okay, yes, I remember that.
All right. So it goes straight down. So I'm like, I'm not doing that one. So I'm like, we're getting in line, and me and my buddy Jonathan, and Jonathan's like 6'2". He's a huge guy. And we're waiting in line, and this kid like runs up like he's running for his life, like it's a movie, like and my buddy's about to go down the slide, Jonathan, and he pushes Jonathan out of the way and goes head first down the slide.
Oh,
right?
Bless.
And I swear, Taylor, this is the lifeguard has a whistle in his mouth. He's like falling down, and he goes, next. He's like next.
What's he gonna do?
He saw him come out at the end. He's like, but he's gonna blow the whistle. Yeah. He's like, He's like, next.
I don't want to get up.
And my buddy goes, he looks at me, he goes, Bill, that was a sign. Because that was a sign. We walked back down the.
Oh, y'all didn't do it?
The walk of shame. We went back.
I thought it was a sign to go head first. They didn't have really many rules back then. You could go 2 at a time. You could go head first.
That kid was trying to save us.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like, no, I'll go.
I will sacrifice my body.
Take me.
That is so funny. So you never did that one.
I think I did it later on.
Yeah, maybe eventually.
That one particular time was like, oh my gosh. But the hurricane was my favorite.
That one was good. Big slide. Yep, that one's good. Like I said, very little memory, but it was fun. We did a lot of when I was growing up, a lot of Daytona.
Yeah.
I mean, not with my parents, as we were teens and we were getting back into or we were getting into doing things. It was Daytona or one of the local mud holes in Oxford.
Right.
That's all we could do. Sumter County fun.
Back to Wild Waters. I saw a guy from it was one of the guys that was in the youth group. His stepdad was at the kiddie pool, and this water moccasin enters the pool.
Oh, gosh.
And he ended up beating it with a lawn chair.
See, Disney would have been closed for the day. Close the pool, poop in the pool, whatever.
But we're like, how do you think it went down? And we're like, so there he was. And he takes his pocket knife out, puts it in his mouth like he's Robin Hood or something.
To open it up.
He opens it up, puts it in his mouth, and he dives in the kiddie pool. Like it's a foot and a half.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. He dives in.
He dove in, and then takes out the moccasin. Cuts it.
Does he lick the blade clean? Licks it clean?
Then he's like, not in my kiddie pool.
Not in my kiddie pool. Not today. And that's how Wild Waters ended. They didn't open up a day after that.
No, it's the last day. That was the day that Wild Waters was saved.
I might just tell my kids that's how Wild Waters ended. I'm gonna be like, there was a water park local.
You're like, you know what happened?
You want to know why it closed? And it's said that to this day, the water moccasin's skeleton lays inside the kiddie pool.
There's rumors that the water moccasin's ghost still haunts the place.
Still haunts it.
And that if anyone brings a pocket blade.
You think we could get Elon to buy it?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Who owns it? Who owns the land?
I don't know. Silver Springs. I don't know. I say that, but they got to be. And Silver Springs is not what it used to be either. Yeah,
let's get on the phone with Elon Musk and see if he'll buy water. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, could you imagine an Elon Musk theme park? I mean, do you think?
I think that's what's going on right now.
Oh, okay. I'm picking up. I'm picking up.
The world.
Do you think that Walt was at his level, but just that many years apart? I feel like it's a possibility.
Elon's just a different cat.
He's a little bit stranger than Walt was, I believe.
He's not as socially
heavy on the autism scale.
Yes,
but that's not an insult.
But it's not it's not a fact. I think we all have a little bit of autism.
Well, what's his name? It's called the tism. We got nicked with it a little bit.
I believe that.
Yeah,
because,
we're all nicked with it a little bit.
There are things that I can quote, And I'm like, where did that come from?
Oh, so you want a funny autism story about Disney?
Yeah. Oh, about Disney?
Oh, it's about Disney.
Okay.
My husband diagnosed himself with severe autism. He doesn't have have autism. He just likes to say he does. That's how he explains anything that he does that's unexplainable. It's my autism. So Fort Wilderness has a Not Ran by Disney Facebook page. It is a scavenger hunt.
I've seen those.
So are they fun? Much fun. Okay, so there's 50,000 members on this Fort Wilderness scavenger hunt page. There's only one. It's the official one. Any others are scams, And basically what you do if you're staying at Fort Wilderness, you get on this page and you can hide or you can seek. So let's say you go and buy some Snow White or Disney themed coloring books. Mm-hmm. You can hide it behind a bush and you take a picture. You can give as much clue. I mean, some people are literally like, bus stop 12, first one gets it. And you don't have to do any seeking. And then some people literally take a picture of it in grass with no clue, and they're like, good luck.
Yeah.
And then you post in the comments if you find it, or you don't have to hide.
Yeah.
But you can also just seek. So you scroll. It is that we did it for almost the entire time we stayed there. You get on your golf cart. You're not allowed to do it in a car. You're not allowed to hide food. There's some rules. So golf cart or by foot is the rule.
Are you allowed to put a coloring book on the back of a turtle's shell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like as it's in the water?
Yeah. A gator. If they haven't put a fence around the water.
You can't have that.
I mean, how adventurous are you?
Right? It depends. How bad do you want that coloring book?
It depends.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm telling you, while we stayed there was Rokus that were hidden.
Oh, really?
Rokus, an Apple Watch.
Wow.
Like, people go all out. I'm like putting like half-used Disney toys that I found in the camper just to partake, Yeah. So anyway, there was this vintage patch. You probably would have gone as crazy over this as my husband did. It was a vintage Disney patch. And we're scrolling the Facebook page and he's like, I want that. Uh-huh. And I'm like, Matt, it's behind a garbage can. And they specifically said because it's such a highly sought out item, they're not giving any clues. So in the picture, you can see the back of a garbage can that looks the same as every garbage can. And I don't know if you've stayed at the campground.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It's massive.
Oh, yeah.
This place is huge.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, it's huge.
So it is, you can see the patch and you can see the trash can and the concrete. Nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else.
It doesn't give an area, nothing. So Matt's looking at it. He's like, man, I really want that. Why didn't they give any clues? And I'm like, I mean, we can just look until we find it. And he's silently looking at the picture and he's not saying much. And he's like, get in the golf cart. And I'm like, you don't know where this is. Get in the golf cart. So we drive clear across the campground to the movie theater, the outside movie screen. There's probably 5 garbage cans at this movie theater screen. He gets out of the golf cart. Paisley, come with me. They walk directly to one trash can. There's the patch.
Wow.
0 clues.
Wow.
He gets in and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, let me take your picture. Let me, blah, blah. I got to post that we found it. And I was like, how did you know? He's like, I have no idea. It's my autism. It's like I'm severely autistic.
It's like a homing beacon, like a mechanism.
He wanted that patch, and he was not going to let anyone else find it.
Isn't that where Chip and Dale are?
Yes, that's where you see Chip and Dale. They come to the campfire. Oh, yeah, it's so fun.
That was a shift.
They come out, they play the guitar.
Can you believe that?
Chip and Dale are there.
That was
I might have seen you there. What year are we talking?
That was in the late 2000 or teens, so.
Oh, yeah.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. So Paisley was born.
I did backyard barbecue a lot.
Yeah, loved that. That was hard to get into towards the end. Very sought out dinner.
Listen, that's $50 a head, no matter what age you are.
And it stays booked out.
I went in there and I was like, I asked the manager one day. I was like, so how many do you have on the docket? And he's like, it's like close to 500 people. God. And I was like, so how much is it a plate? And he's like, it's $50.
And those kids don't eat.
And I go, what about kids? He goes,
$50.
And I go, oh my gosh. Yep. So
we would do that for birthdays and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a very cool thing to do. And the band was cool.
So
we would bring the characters out there and they would do the line dancing and stuff like that. And then afterwards we got to eat. They fed us because they had so much food left over.
Yeah. Oh,
so I had like 6 hamburgers on the plate. I'm like, all right, I got my food.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
I'll see y'all later.
We got to the point where we would very rarely leave the campground and even go to a park.
Yeah.
we would go looping on our golf carts and look at all the different, especially at Christmas time, and the decorations.
Yeah.
You didn't have to leave. There was so much to do.
I hear they have like a little parade there too.
Oh, yeah. They have 4th of July parades. We used to enter that. So you decorate the golf cart, enter the parade. We used to stay like 10 days over the 4th of July.
That's cool.
So much fun. And they have, you can see the fireworks from Magic Kingdom on the beach at night.
Yep.
So that was always on the schedule. Fireworks are my absolute favorite. I mean, what they do to the castle now, were they doing that when you were there?
No.
It is insane.
No, you better get away from the castle because that's where the fallout line is.
Yeah, right.
Because they would shoot the
Or
fireworks.
Tinkerbell would hit you in the head.
Wishes would come out and it'd be on top of Winnie the Pooh and Snow White and all that. Well, now it's not the character. It's like where the
dancer, the princesses.
And then you had Peter Pan and
Tinkerbell.
But what is it? The show, the 3D. It's where PhilharMagic was.
Oh yes.
So it would those back would be on those buildings there, and then you had the ones behind the castle.
Have you been back to see it when they do the?
I have not done the new one yet. No.
They make the. Oh, I don't think they do that anymore.
You're talking about with the teleprompter.
Oh my gosh,
they I did see that. That was there when I was there still.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I mean, fireworks fascinate me already, but the way that they made the castle dance and change pictures, it was fascinating.
Did you ever see the night parade? The Disney's Electrical. So I got to drive that.
Oh, that's cool.
So I got to drive the clock tower. I got to drive the both snails, pink and gold snail.
Yes, we'd get seats really early for that.
Oh yeah,
as soon as they would let us. Yes,
and the two. Gold Firefly, Silver Firefly.
How cool.
Gold Firefly was my ultimate favorite. Have you ever seen, I've said this before, but you ever seen Men in Black when the guy's like, what is this? That body, the guy dies and they go to the morgue.
You want me to just tell you?
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen that?
I know.
My gosh.
I'll lie to you.
Taylor.
I'll just shake my head. Yeah,
so
I'm sorry.
Like, he's an alien. So he's like, what's it like at the morgue? You know?
Okay.
He's like, what is this behind his ear? And he pushes his button and the face opens up like it's like a spaceship.
Yeah.
That's exactly how the float is.
That's
cool.
The
front end, you're sitting in it, and you enter by the front of the face of the gold firefly and silver firefly. So now the snails, you had to come in through the back. They had you had this little door, and you cram yourself in, and you had to crawl through there and sit in front. One of the coolest things I've ever done in my life.
That is so cool.
So much fun.
So did you ever go to those like cast member only yard sales I've heard about? Where they like sell like old parts of rides and different things.
I didn't go to that, but we had a place called Property Control, and you would like all the sunglasses that would fall out of the rides and stuff, or
like people's personal items.
Yeah, but they would have like it was like it had a time period.
Right, of course they weren't stealing these things. Right.
No. So it was, but you
not claimed items.
Not claimed.
Yes.
Items, yeah, and or whatever they never claimed them.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
It was cool, but you could get I bought pins from there when I used to collect pins and
that's so cool.
All that stuff, and they have T-shirts and stuff when they get a certain T-shirt that's going out of style,
not
whatever.
Popular anymore.
Not popular anymore. It's not cutting it. It would end up there. They would have,
for purchase or just
purchase.
First come first serve.
No, it's purchase.
But, marked significantly down, I'm sure.
For cast members, it was.
Yeah.
It had to be pretty low.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had so much stuff.
They're like, we feed you, we give you free old T-shirt or
they don't always feed us. We get very lucky when you're with a place that you get super excited, and that's a lot of you're like they're gonna feed us
at this shift. Yeah, this shift I took up. Yeah,
you're like, I don't have to go get food. This is awesome.
Their creme brulee. Gosh, where do I get that at?
Creme brulee, is that in France?
Maybe.
Epcot?
One of the restaurants.
I think it's
I love their creme brulee.
Yeah.
We went on one Disney cruise, and that was
haven't been on there yet. I got to go on there.
Super cool.
Have you been on the Margaritaville yet?
No, but I am very curious because they're so affordable.
Go.
Like, I want to take my daughter on a cruise for like her birthday or something.
Very kid friendly.
And that's a good one to do. Cool. Good to know.
Very. We're going in June.
Okay.
And next month.
Okay. And it's just like a weekend, or you kind of pick.
It's so they have different ones, but there's like a 5-day cruise. There's a weekend cruise.
Cool.
It's a Friday, It's Father's Day weekend, and so it's a Friday, and we come back Tuesday.
Okay.
We're going to Cosmo.
Okay, I'm gonna look forward to hearing about that.
Yes. We did it for our honeymoon, and we loved it. We went all out because it's the honeymoon.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it was still, for just the two of us, it's like $2,400.
Oh, wow.
It was not bad.
You can't go stay somewhere and eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner for anything close to that.
No, you can't.
I paid that much for the Disney cruise.
I believe it. Just probably per person.
No. I don't know what happened. So I've looked into it since having kids. Well, it was me, Paisley, and my parents that went on this cruise, and I paid about $2,200 for all four of us for a 3-night, 4-day.
Right.
I did book last minute.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe they were just trying to fill rooms, because I've looked into Disney cruises recently for the kids,
right?
Like maritime ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're getting into the 20,000s.
Oh yeah,
easily.
Oh yeah.
So like I don't know how I lucked out. Paisley was 2, so it was 10 years ago.
Right.
But my gosh, I feel like I hit the jackpot with that.
Yeah.
So it was very cheap. But yeah, I would love.
Deal.
Yeah, I would love to look into the Margaritaville ones, because we love that Margaritaville resort.
Oh yeah, then you'd love it.
Yes.
Then you would love the boat. It's really cool.
So cool.
So, but yeah, we had a good time, and we can't wait to go on another one.
It's exciting.
I highly recommend it. People were really bashing it the first time before we went on there.
Yeah, I've heard good and bad.
And I'm like, guys, you got to go in there with low expectations. If you go in there with the low expectation, then you're not. I mean, you're going to be like, okay, that's cool.
It's like going to your local dive bar.
Oh yeah,
food's good, but the table might be a little dirty.
Yeah,
that's all right.
But it was clean.
It was clean. That's good.
Everything was great. Like I said, it's just
friendly staff.
And they knew who you were.
Yes.
They're like, you're like, hi, how's it going? You're like, oh, hi.
Yeah. Hey,
welcome back
with her.
Yeah. Welcome back. And we did Royal Caribbean before, and they were just like, it was just too many people.
Yeah.
And we had the same guy every night. But
I've never done any other cruise than Disney.
Royal Caribbean's like the bougie. Besides Disney, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Disney, then Royal Caribbean, then I think, I don't know, and then there's the one, the other the Princess or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The Norwegian. I think that's a higher up end when
yeah.
But then I've never been on a Carnival. I'm not dogging it. So, but from what people say, they go Carnival, Margaritaville. They're all tied for the lower
if you're not
the
trying
value.
Yes, but hey, that's what I'm trying to do.
Right.
I want to eat as much as I can, drink as much as I can.
Absolutely.
For as little as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Taylor, I can't thank you enough for coming on today.
It's been an honor.
Oh,
so much fun. Me too.
It's so sporadic talking, but I love it.
Do you think people are going to be able to keep up?
I don't know. They're going to find out. They're going to have to pause and be like, okay, what
take
were they
a breather.
Talking about? Yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
They have to go to the bathroom, research half the stuff we've been talking about.
I know.
Because there's probably a lot of people that haven't seen Gremlins either. But
well, I have a list of movies to catch up on. So
there's going to be a lot of people like, what is a Furby?
They're going to definitely Google Pig Latin, and I hope we're all speaking it fluently soon.
We're thinking about putting it back on the ballot.
Yeah. That's what I'm voting. I'm in.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But thank you so much for coming on again. And you're always welcome to come back.
Awesome. I'm excited.
We'll do another 2 hours and 20 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
It goes by quick.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Well, guys, hey, thanks for joining us. I want to, take the time to thank all our sponsors. Thank you so much. Without your help, this is not possible, and I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the last 2 years. We've been celebrating and over 100 episodes. So just want to thank you guys for always showing support and love. And until next time, we'll see you later.